People throughout human history have been searching for ways, if not to become immortal, at least to significantly extend their lives in science fiction and pop culture. Immortality is one of the most popular topics in science fiction and pop culture, but in reality, immortality has only been achieved great personalities whose names have remained in history for centuries, but people continue to dream of physical immortality. Especially since today there's a lot of scientific evidence that allows us to believe that nothing is impossible, and human immortality is real. In this video we'll talk about 7 ways of immortality and how mankind is trying to find the way to it. The average person lives about 71 years. Most people die between the ages of 65 to 85 years old. Unfortunately, that's a very small period of time. A person is born, then he starts to learn about the world, then goes to work, then retires, and then approaching death sounds scary. But it's true that from country to country, different average lifespans. Life expectancy varies from country to country, can be seen in Japan, and it is likely that the quality of the food you eat, healthy lifestyle climate and attitude, and a person's attitude to events. But is it possible to become immortal in real life? Today, scientists say that soon people will approach the goal of becoming immortal. As you know, science does not stand, and that's why today, most of the diseases that previously thought to be incurable. It's interesting that some species of living creatures live several times longer than a human being, and they have no particular reason to do so. So the question arises as to how for humans to become immortal. Genetic engineering is a long-standing hypothesis that there is a special gene in a living organism, is a special switch, that after a certain period of time, reconfigures all the organs to gradually die off, has recently been given new life. Over time, the organs begin to fail to fulfill their functions. Diseases, they wear out, they stop work, get old, and it's old age that causes such age-related diseases like Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and most cardiovascular diseases. So aging itself is the disease itself, according to scientists. It's possible to simply turn off the genes responsible for the aging process, and turn on the genes of youth, which will allow to forget about negative age-related. For example, scientists from Harvard and the University of New South Wales have been able to do this, with the help of natural proteins and molecules, but so far only in mice. Professor David Sinclair, who led the research. David Sinclair says that during the experiments, the animal's genes had been drinking a molecule called NMMN, which within just 1 week completely stopped the aging process in the muscles of the experimental rodents. Now the researchers hope to develop a drug that can restore youthfulness to human cells as well. The first trials on volunteers have already begun. Regenerative medicine. Life extension can be achieved by replacing of worn-out parts of the body, because it is precisely the breakdown of an organ is most often the cause of death. Now, artificial heart, liver, and kidneys. The challenge is to get them to work long enough without interruptions. Many people are saved by donor organs. The number of donor organs is still insufficient to save the lives of all those who suffer. The solution could be to grow the necessary living tissues in a test tube. In this direction is already underway, and although a fully human being has not yet planted, various human parts have already been artificially created various parts of people. For example, adult stem cells have been cloned from human skin. Scientists hope that they will be able to use these stem cells to tissue regeneration in the elderly, and to grow new organs, and then to replace failing parts of the body. Body parts. There is also such a technology as 3D printing. For example, already now 3D printers are being used to create organic body parts for people who need them, to grow them. But only simple organs can be grown. Skin, liver, tissue, ear, skull, and other organs are being further research into this technology. And it's possible in the near future, we will be able to grow full human organs on medicine. Nanomedicine does not exist. There are only projects of realization that will ultimately produce result. But scientific design and forecasting is also a very important and necessary thing in a few dozens or maybe hundreds of years from now, when the first microscopic repair machines for the body The knowledge has been accumulated and will be put into practice in medicine. And imagine you've caught a mushroom, and you don't even know about it yet. You don't even know about it yet. Tens of thousands of nanorobots in your body using their own database to identify and recognize the viral bodies and rush into to destroy them. Within minutes, and the virus is eliminated. And so it is with absolutely every disease, including aging, which, as we found out in the first paragraph, is also a disease. However, medicine is not such a fantastic thing. Researchers from Massachusetts Institute of Technology Institute are already using nanotechnology to deliver cancer-killing cells to the epicenter of tumors. They're also conducting similar experiments at the University of London on mice. Are being cured of cancer. Cyborgization. This method is similar in principle to regenerative medicine, but it goes a little further along in its development. Really, why would you grow table cells into fragile organs that will have to be replaced again and again when you can create an organ once and for all, an organ out of more reliable materials that are more durable and not susceptible to aging or any other? The new organs would be able not only give us immortality, but also empower us with new abilities. Bones will be stronger. They will no longer break. Muscles will be made graphene, for example. Will allow us to lift as much weight as you want on your own. Heavy weights. And the eyes will be equipped night vision and a pretty good and zoom, in a way, hybridization. The replacement of individual human organs with artificial mechanisms has been practiced for a long time, but recently there have been great advances in this field, such as prosthetic legs or arms, brain-controlled cryonics. Cryogenic engineering has been in development for quite some time, and the point of it all is to freeze the human mind and body, and preserving it until they find a way to treat the currently incurable disease that this man has. The first experiments in freezing of the hopelessly ill began to be conducted more than 50 years ago. There are a lot of problems with freezing, but to unfreeze and revive once frozen, it's not possible yet. But storing the body, it's possible to keep the body long enough after all. Babies conceived with the help of once frozen male semen are already being born. And in 1995, in the year 1995, biologist Yuri Pichugin was able to first freeze and then unfreeze parts of a rabbit's brain without losing their biological activity. Work in this direction is being actively pursued, and this method has a right to life artificial intelligence if we learn to transfer the contents of the human brain onto computerized media, thereby creating a copy of the entire personality of specific individuals. Then the chips from that copy could be inserted into an artificial body that would last 100 or 200 years. At the end of this period, the body can be replaced. The trench from the human self will be preserved along with its memory and individuality. By the way, this will happen at the current rate of technological advancement, could happen relatively soon. One of the main players in this Russia 2045 is a Russian non-profit organization founded in 2011, unites specialists in neurons at the interface, robotics, artificial organs, and so on, etc., who want to make the uploading personalities real. In particular, their project, Avatar, is designed to embed the human brain in a pro-motivated body, digital immortality, one of the most realistic options of gaining immortality outside of your own body. The essence of this method is that you transfer a person's consciousness into a computer and make it exist and work. I need an environment functionally functional. The consciousness needs an environment functionally corresponding to the human brain. The first steps toward that would be detailed models of the brain on a computer. There are already several scientific projects to create a working computer model of the brain. Such work is being done, for example, by the Blue Brain Project, and it is planned to be completed by 2023. With the help of digital tools and technologies, people could achieve eternal life, because human consciousness could continue to live in computer simulation. Using cloud computing could create vast worlds where life for humans would be no different from real life. If the meaning of eternal life now, I know how to become immortal. You just have to figure out if it's really a person needs it, because there are real ways that can already today to prolong everyone's life by eating the right foods, regular sports recreation, and ecologically clean places. And with medicine that is constantly evolving, we can expect that the life expectancy our generation will live longer. But despite this, many people do not want to give up bad habits, and not everyone is willing to pay the price for a longer life. I wonder why that is. Everyone can answer that question. Person himself, as it seems, if such opportunity will be given to everyone. We don't know if everyone will take it, but in spite of everything to live longer and happier, many people want to live longer and happier. Perhaps in the near future, science will reach to the point where every human being can get closer to their dreams, and if all people will not live forever, but longer to stay young and healthy will be possible today, we can already see the positive changes that are leading to longer lives. For example, scientists have already been able to find ways that will help them cure people with cancer, and this is one of the most important humanity has ever achieved. Which of these ways of immortality would you like to use? And how you feel about immortality? Please write in the comments underneath this clip. Interesting to know your opinion, and if you like it and you want more videos like this, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell so you don't miss new episodes.